You've probably heard the Phoenix Suns called the Suns twin, right? For decades, everyone kind of thought they knew what that meant. But what if I told you the real story has nothing to do with basketball at all? A secret has been brewing behind the scenes, and believe me, it's about to change everything.
So what is this secret, really? And look, you might think you know the answer. For decades, pretty much everyone did. But the story has taken such a dramatic turn, revealing a completely new and, honestly, a far more scandalous meaning. I mean, for the longest time, the Suns twin thing seemed super obvious, right? It was all about the actual, literal, identical twin brothers who played for the team. And there have been two pretty famous sets. First up, you had the originals, Tom and Dick Van Arsdale, way back in the day, a huge part of the team's early identity. And then, fast forward a few decades, you get Marcus and Markieff Morris. Now, their time with the team was, well, let's just say it was controversial. They had that high-profile felony assault trial. They were acquitted, by the way. So that's it, mystery solved, right? Case closed? Yeah, not even close. The real secret, the one that's shaking this whole franchise to its core right now, it has absolutely nothing to do with the players on the court. It's all about power, money, and a massive legal battle happening in the boardroom.
And that, my friends, brings us to the real twin crisis. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit that has completely redefined what that nickname means. It's exposing a fight that could literally tear the ownership apart.
Okay, so at the heart of all this, you've got a classic power struggle. On one side, the new guy, the majority owner. And on the other, two longtime minority investors who are basically screaming that something is deeply, deeply wrong with how the team is being run. So let's meet the players in this new, high-stakes game. You've got Matt Ishbia, who dropped a staggering $4 billion to buy the team. And the people suing him? Get this, they're his own partners, Andy Kohlberg and Scott Selden. And it's their lawsuit that blows the lid off the modern meaning of the Suns twin. So in this lawsuit, that old Suns twin nickname gets a whole new double meaning. First, it's about the two franchises at the center of it all, the NBA's Suns and the WNBA's Mercury. The lawsuit claims they're both being exploited. And second, it's the two minority owners themselves, Kohlberg and Selden, the two guys teaming up to fight back. And the allegations they're making? Oh, they are absolutely explosive. They're basically saying the new owner isn't running a sports franchise at all. He's using it as his own personal piggy bank. And that whole piggy bank line, that's not me being dramatic. That's a direct quote from the actual legal documents. They accuse Ishbia of, and I'm quoting here, trying to use the basketball organizations as his own personal piggy bank. We're talking about a serious pattern of alleged financial misconduct. I mean, look at these claims. We're talking fraud, breach of fiduciary duty, breach of contract, systematic self-dealing. The lawsuit alleges he's literally siphoning profits away and hiding all the details from his partners. It paints this really ugly picture of an owner using the team's money and assets to prop up his other businesses, all while the franchise pays the price. Okay, and the timeline here, it tells a story all on its own. So it kicks off in August 2025. The minority owners sue for one reason. They just want to see the books. They want to look at the financials. They get the records, and then, in October, they drop the case. But wait, just 1 month later, in November, they file a brand new, much more serious lawsuit, this time alleging specific fraud. The implication here is pretty darn clear, right? They think they found the smoking gun in those financial records. But this is where the story takes an absolutely wild turn. The lawsuit claims that in an attempt to muscle out his partners, Ishbia made a huge, critical mistake, a mistake that could literally cost him the entire team. This is what they're calling the dilution trap. And the crazy part is they claim Ishbia set this trap for them, but ended up falling into it himself. Okay, so here's how it went down, step by step. Step 1, Ishbia makes a capital call. Basically, he demands that all the owners pony up more cash. Step 2, the call isn't fully funded on time. So step 3, Ishbia allegedly uses this, let's call it an improper accounting maneuver, a debt-to-equity conversion to cover the shortfall. Now, here's the kicker. According to the team's own operating agreement, that move was a huge blunder. It created a massive opening. Step 4, the minority owners claim this failure gives them the option to swoop in and buy up all those unfunded shares, which could be enough to give them a majority stake, enough to take control of the team. The lawsuit puts it with just devastating irony. It says Ishbia, quote, blundered into the very trap he set for the minority owners. Wow. An attempt to grab more power might be the very thing that makes him lose it all. So let's just be crystal clear about what's at stake here. This isn't just some financial dispute. This is about control. Control of a multi-billion-dollar sports empire.
I mean, look at that number, $4 billion. That's what he paid for it. And that's the prize they're all fighting for right now.
And if Ishbia loses this in court, it's not just a financial hit. It's way bigger than that. The lawsuit says it point blank. A loss could put his continued status as an NBA team owner and governor in jeopardy. We're talking about the league potentially forcing him out. So, what does this all mean for the future of the Suns and really for the NBA? Because this whole secret of the Suns twin has implications that ripple out way beyond the courtroom and the basketball court. So, when you look back, the Suns twins' secret has really been a journey, hasn't it? It started way back with the Van Arsdale brothers, a simple piece of team history. Then it morphed to mean the controversial Morris twins. And now it's landed on a corporate battlefield. You've got the twin franchises, the Suns and Mercury, allegedly being treated like a piggy bank. And you've got the litigious twins, Kohlberg and Selden, fighting to take it all away. The secret, it seems, is finally out in the open. And this whole mess puts the NBA itself right under the microscope. I mean, let's not forget, the last owner was forced out in a huge scandal. For another one to blow up this soon, it raises some really serious questions about how the league is vetting these billionaire owners and how they're supposed to be policing these kinds of conflicts of interest. So where does this go from here? Well, the potential outcomes are pretty dramatic. Ishbia could be forced to buy out his partners at a massive premium. His own ownership stake could get seriously diluted. He could even lose his powerful seat as the team's NBA governor. And big picture, this could force the NBA to create much stricter rules for how owners can do business with their own teams. No matter what happens, the fallout from this is going to be huge. And really, this whole saga leaves us with one massive, critical question for the future of sports. We're in an era of billionaire owners with these huge, sprawling business empires. So how can a sports league possibly ensure a team isn't just another chess piece in some personal financial game? How do you protect the team and the fans and make sure their interests actually come first? Figuring that out, well, maybe that's the real secret at the heart of the Suns twin story.